Hola, hola. How is everyone today? It's another exciting day. Yo, yesterday, I think, I did a live, and I was really disappointed to see that once the live ended, because I like to record these, but once the live ended, Instagram just post the recorded live version that I did yesterday, so it just happened and then it ended, and we don't have to. What up, bro? I don't hear you. It might be
Oh,
a Bluetooth thing.
yeah, it is.
What's up? I think I can hear you now.
Can you hear me
Maybe.
now?
Yes. How are you?
Good, good. You?
I'm good. I'm good. It looks very nice and sunny outside where you
Yeah,
are.
yeah, it's a beautiful day right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Well, I know that you're on limited time. And the cool thing about these is like this can be one, and then we can always reconvene at a later date. So like, yeah, like let's hop into it.
Yeah, so one big thing I wanted to talk about, like with the Natty King, and all the people stepping in, right? Obviously, all these guys, they got fucking phenomenal physiques. All these guys, most of these guys have stepped on stage. I think Zach's the only one, but he's stepping on stage. And like you got, with the other leagues, like there's levels to it. You got, the Olympia, then you got the nationals, and you got the provincial stuff, right? What sort of qualifications, are you going to have set out there that you specifically look for? Like, is there going to be, something that you have to do before you can even do the Natty King, like, a provincial or regional or national show?
Great question. So Zach, to my knowledge, is the only athlete who's currently on the confirmed roster who has not competed yet. And he's also the third athlete to be added to the roster. I made that call. It's not something I would normally do, but I made that call just because I think we can all like take a look at Zach's physique.
He deserves a spot for sure. Like, we could all agree for that.
Yeah, yeah, like he's just a genetic freak of nature, and that's why he got the spot. But I would say he's sort of an exception. Most of the time, I'm looking for athletes who have had at least a couple of experiences on stage, and we have like those contest photos for like a frame of reference. In the ideal world, I wouldn't be casting an athlete unless I'd seen them on stage. That's the ideal world. But I don't have the finances to travel the country or the world to see these athletes as they, step on stage and compete. But that's definitely something that we would be prioritizing in the future, maybe on like the second go around of this whole thing.
Cool, cool. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good idea.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
What
Another
else you
thing,
got?
um, especially with like the CPA league, right? They don't always do a whole bunch of testing. And there's some people that, do get through. It's not always, but there's always a couple people that is, there's some questionable people in the league. And like WNBF, I like that the way they set it up. They do a polygraph and also drug testing for all the winners of the shows. So that like, right at the regional level, like there's already, regulations and people stopping that from happening. While, in the CPA league, it may go unmissed. Like people could stop taking it a few weeks out and it not show up in tests. And that's like the problem with trying to be a natural bodybuilder and like trying to make a living out of it is and trying to like step on stage and compete is it can really deter people not having those rules in place and having those deterrents for those cheaters, right? So how would you plan on stopping that?
Okay. Um, this is we're going into anime territory so far as like the solution is concerned. But essentially, the solution is to cast athletes based off of their moral character. If I'm being completely honest with you, yes, we're currently casting a total of 30 athletes to compete for the Natty King title at the King of Naturals tournament. every time I speak with for this season, they're all going through me. Like I have to meet with every single one of them either through Instagram Live or a Zoom call or in person. They all have to speak to me in order to get cast. Um, Once we actually go into production, we will be periodically doing blood work on each athlete as they go through their prep over the course of a year before they go into the actual tournament. So that's one way to identify that they're not currently taking steroids. However, is there a way to prove that they have never taken steroids? It doesn't exist
That's a
right
tough
now.
one.
It just
Yeah.
doesn't exist. Yeah, you have polygraph, but then if the whole point is to prove without a shadow of a doubt that this athlete has never taken steroids, a polygraph will only prove to the people who are like a little skeptical. But if you want to look at, let's say, Oscar Moscat, who's got like an incredibly dense and large amount of like muscle mass, and he claims natural.
Mm.
If you want to believe that that man is not natural, and he takes a polygraph test, and the polygraph shows that he's telling the truth and he's never taken steroids, a person can just say that he's lying on the polygraph test and he figured out how to pass it. And there's nothing that we can do about that. And that's why I don't want to focus on it. We're going to do everything that's within our power to prove that this person is telling the truth and is not taking steroids. And then anything beyond that, that's completely up to the person who listen, if you don't want to believe he's natural, we've done everything. We've done everything.
Honestly, there's gonna be people like that. There's gonna be doubters. There's gonna be people that are gonna question it.
Yeah.
It's just the way of the world, the way that people are. But yeah, like just having, like you said, like having periodic tests, like I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Randomly, best way to do it for sure.
And I also, it's a little hard to describe, but in my head, and like, have you seen, you watched Naruto, right?
Yeah,
Do you know about the sequel Boruto?
yeah, I'm watching it right now.
Okay. So I hope I don't give anything away, but do you know how he was propositioned to use like ninja tools?
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right. So I don't know if you've seen this moment, but like Naruto catches him using ninja tools during, I believe, the Chunin
Yeah,
exam.
that's a big moment, and it's like
Yeah,
it's perfect example of like, you know,
yeah,
catching the cheater.
yeah. And from my goal is to show that if you're cheating and if you're taking steroids and still competing for the title of the Natty King, the only person that you're cheating is yourself. It's like we don't care about your physique. We like as a natural bodybuilder, we do not care about your physique. What we care about is the process that you went through in order to achieve your physique and making it a unique experience that the audience can relate to. At the end of the day, the result of your hard work and your consistency and your effort is what you present to the stage. But how your physique differs from someone else's is honestly inconsequential at the end of the day. So if you're taking steroids to cheat the system, again, it's like it diminishes the entire journey
Yeah,
entirely.
some
You
people
know,
don't care though. It's sad reality.
Yeah, yeah, and like I said, it'll be my job to do my best to weed that out. I'm mentally prepared because I met with a great pro bodybuilder. His name is Aaron Orton. He also has he's done promotions, like he's been a promoter for bodybuilding competitions, and he said for I want to say the WNBF, I think he said a 2.6 margin of error so far as an athlete slipping through the cracks and taking steroids and lying about it. 2.6% of WNBF athletes are doing that and getting away with it, right? So if you keep that in mind, and I'm casting 30, there's one athlete that could make it on the roster and be lying straight to my face and be taking steroids or has taken steroids in the past, right? I'm prepared for that reality, you know. And in the event that we were actually to find out that a person was doing it, it would be an adjustment for me, and I would be able to learn from the experience and apply it moving forward. But it's
Obviously.
still it's still a pretty low number. Like
Mm.
if I only get one athlete out of 30 who's lying to me and taking steroids or did it in the past and lied about it, it's still pretty good, you know. So I'm
Cool.
mentally
That's a good
adjusted.
answer. One other thing. So obviously, first season, first show, we only got the Open Bodybuilding Classic, right? Um, Now we're gonna skip ahead. We're gonna assume good things, everything's gone well, and we're into season two. We were into the Natty Queen. Now, what happens with the Natty King, right? Well, obviously, there's still going to be the bodybuilding show going on. Like, there's still going to be people competing, a new 30 or whatever is going on. But there's not going to be a new cinematic and season on that. It's going to shift to the next thing going on, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So, and this is like, again, we're borrowing a lot of plays from the WWE universe. The way that Vince McMahon created the WWE franchise into a, global success, he poached athletes from the various wrestling federations in the country. I don't want to do that. I want to promote the various bodybuilding federations, not only within the country, but within the world. I don't want to poach their athletes. I want to promote their athletes. So conceptually, that's why I would want to do, like, let's say if we're doing like the Natty King and it's like open division and classic physique division, I would only want to do that specific tournament every couple of years. That way they can continue to still compete in their specific federations that they're loyal to and promote that federation. So that way there's even more hype within the federation and within like the sport as they prepare for like the next season of whenever we go back to that tournament.
Okay. Yeah, it gives room for new competitors to join the fray, right? It's a long time for a natural athlete. It takes time. So, I think that's a really good way to handle it for sure.
Yeah, I was thinking like, because I've thought about this and I've talked about this as well. So it's like if we were to do it every 4 years, like the specific King of Naturals tournament where we're looking to identify the best physique in the world, right? And if we were to do that every 4 years, I was thinking definitely the reigning champion should come back like 100%. That's like without question.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then maybe like the top five, you know? Because if we're
Okay.
doing 30 each time, then like the top five, maybe they come back, or like maybe the most favorite five, something like that. And like that's susceptible to change over the next couple of years, but that's currently
Mhm.
what I'm thinking.
That's not a bad idea for sure to start with. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And like I said, that might change. That'll definitely materialize more.
It's obviously early on, and it's all up in the air, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool, man. Okay, I gotta get running now for sure. But I definitely do got more questions for you, so we can definitely chat later.
I'm
But
here when you need me, bro.
have
And
you
dude,
have a good rest of your day, man. Take care.
keep the questions coming. I love them.
Word. Okay, take care, man.
All right, bro. Have a great weekend.